Okay, so good morning, students, and we'll start with our today's lecture. Before starting with our today's lecture, I'm sure you can see these most beautiful and most handsome personalities on my screen. So, I'm pretty sure all the girls might have at some point in life thought, what if I would be as beautiful as Aishwarya Rai? And all the boys at some point in life again might have thought, what if I'd be as handsome as Tom Cruise. So, students, now imagine there's a genie who grants your wish and turns you into the most beautiful girls and turns the boys into the most handsome boys, like as beautiful as Aishwarya Rai and as handsome as Tom Cruise. And now imagine this Hitler sitting in the room with you, and even he wants to be as handsome as Tom Cruise. And the genie grants his wish as well. But do you think after Genie grants his wish and turns him into a handsome personality, do you think that Hitler actually turned into someone who's handsome or turned into someone who's beautiful? I don't think, because students, according to me, beauty is not about the way you look, but it is about your deeds, okay, about what you do. So students, beauty, we need to know, is not only about your physical appearance, but the way you think about others, the way you behave with others, the good deeds that you do. And we all know that Hitler wasn't a good personality. He wasn't a good personality. We all know what he did with the Jews. Okay, so we cannot forget about that. So no matter how handsome you are externally, no matter how beautiful you are externally, but if you don't have a clean heart, a pure soul, that beauty doesn't matter. Okay, so students, we will so with this we will study about beauty and learn more about the concept of beauty in our today's poem, Beauty. Okay, so Beauty is written by Louis Abeta Shiviri. A. is Shore or Bluecorn was a Puebloan writer, poet, and educator who was an enrolled member of Isleta Pueblo. Okay, so here is the poem Beauty. Beauty is seen in the sunlight, the trees, the birds, corn growing, and people working or dancing for their harvest. Now, students, look at these pictures. Isn't the scenery so beautiful? Aren't these flowers so beautiful? Look at the trees, look at the river bank. Look at this particular tree. It's filled with beautiful red leaves. Look at this image now. It's just a concrete jungle. So, students, would you prefer living in a concrete jungle like that, or would you prefer living somewhere, living at some place which is surrounded by nature? Personally, I would love staying at a place which is surrounded by nature. Students, we all agree, don't we? We all agree that nature is filled with beautiful things. Don't we all agree that trees, beauty is actually seen in trees? Don't we all agree that there are different types of different kinds of beautiful birds out there? We all get so happy when there's a good harvest, especially the farmers, etc. The sunlight, I really feel so happy looking at the ray of sun early in the morning. So students, we all agree at some point of time that our nature has given us such beautiful things. Our nature is filled with such beautiful different types of trees and birds and plants and flowers, etc. And yet, students, yet we try and destroy nature, or we just go out and destroy nature for our own benefit. Next stanza: beauty is heard in the night, wind sighing, rain falling, or a singer chanting, anything in earnest. Chanting is singer singing. Okay, now look at this picture. Do you know who's this famous personality in the picture? Fine, he is John Elton. Beauty is heard in the night. What do you think the the poet means by this? Beauty is heard in the night. You know, sometimes these nightingales and all, they sing so beautifully, and it is such a soothing thing for our ears. The rain, the sound of the rain drops falling on the ground is so soothing. The thunder, the lightning, even though it looks, yes, it definitely looks dangerous, but don't you think it's so beautiful? I really like the sound of the thunder as well, the lightning as well. It just makes me even more happier. Now, or a singer chanting anything in earnest. If you've ever heard John Elton's Sacrifice, you've ever heard Michael Jackson's Heal the World, it is so soothing to our ears, students. Their voice is so pretty, their voice is so beautiful. You just feel like listening to those songs again and again and again. Okay, so beauty is not only, you can't only define the uh, fair skin or tall or short, etc. Any such thing as being beautiful. Beauty isn't anything and everything around us, students. Beauty is heard. The nightingale singing at night, or the insects that you hear. You know, the noise of the insects at night in the grass. That is also so soothing at times. Imagine at times, I'm sure everybody might have faced a stressful day or anything like that. And so at such times, you feel like just going out and sitting in the garden. And when you sit in the garden and hear the birds chirping, or you hear the nightingale singing, the insects making noise, all such things, when you hear all these sounds, you feel so calm. It's so much of a soothing to your ear. You really feel like listening to them, and for once you forget about all your problems. You forget why you were stressed. Okay, so beauty is not only about looking good externally, or okay, that girl is very pretty, that girl is very beautiful, the dress is beautiful, the shoes are beautiful. No, beauty is also heard. Beauty is seen. If you listen. Okay, heading towards the last stanza, beauty is in yourself. Good deeds, happy thoughts that repeat themselves in your dreams. So, students, we can see how the poet is beautifully telling us that beauty is not only a matter of our surrounding, it's not only something to do with our surrounding nature, or the sound that we hear, etc. But beauty is also about performing good things. It's also about the good deeds that you do, the good thoughts that you have. Okay, so beauty is in all these things. It's not only about your surrounding. The more you do good to others, the more beautiful you feel internally. For example, if your friend has not bought his or her tiffin today in school, so what you do is you probably share your lunchbox, your tiffin with that person, and you really feel so happy, you feel so beautiful when you do that. You go home and you actually feel that you have done something good to others. You feel you feel so happy, you feel so excited to go home and tell mama that I have given my lunchbox, I've shared my lunchbox with my friend because he or she did not get today for some or the other reasons. So it's about the good. Beauty is also about the good deeds that you do to the good deeds that you do. So for example, as I told you about Hitler, the genie might have definitely transformed him into someone as handsome as Tom Cruise. But is he actually a beautiful person? He isn't a beautiful person, because we know about the bad deeds that he has done. So we can't term a person beautiful, or a person as having a beautiful personality based on his appearance. You need to have a beautiful soul for it. You need to have a beautiful heart for it. It's for the soul. When you help others, you really feel beautiful, you really feel good. Because of you always feel good, because you always think that because of me I have got a smile on that person's face. Because of me that person got something to eat today. Because of me that person has got something to drink. So it's not only about the way you dress up, it's about the way you think about others. Now, at times, there are your own problems that are holding you back. But then, even the thought of helping others, even the way you think beautifully about others, makes you a beautiful person. Okay? Even because you are thinking about someone else, you're thinking that, you are having this thought of helping someone, but this Okay, your own problems that are pulling you back, but it's nonetheless that is not the problem. The thought of helping others only is making you a beautiful person. Okay, and the more you repeat that, the more you feel beautiful. The more you repeat helping people, not only people but animals, stray animals, etc. Even a small little act of kindness makes you feel beautiful internally, makes you happy. Okay, so we can see, for example, beauty, for example, taking the last paragraph, the last stanza into consideration. Sonu Sood, we have always seen Sonu Sood as a villain who's always up for a fight and murder, killing, this, that, blackmailing, etc. But in his real life, he is not a villain but a hero. And we came to know about this when we saw in the news, etc., that how he helped hundreds and thousands of migrants get back to their villages. The good deed that he did made him a good personality, turned him into a good personality even in his real life. Yes, in his reel, we always see, in his reel of films, we always see that, oh my god, Sonu Sood, he's so bad, he's only killing people. But then the good deed that he did of sending the migrants back to their homes, that is what made us realize that this person is a real hero. He actually has a good personality, he has a beautiful personality. He's not what we see in films, etc. So Sonu Sood is the biggest example of beauty is in yourself and beauty for the soul. Imagine he might have felt so beautiful because of the feedbacks that he might have got, because of helping these poor people go back to their villages, etc. So beauty is not only about your appearance, students, it's about the way you see, the way you hear, the way you do good to others. Okay?